Yo, what is good, YouTube? Krishan checking back in with another video. We're going to start this video off with my recap for the 2022 Tampa Pro, starting with our champion, Akim Williams. Incredible showing, and Akim was definitely more conditioned than the package he brought to last year's Mr. Olympia, in which he placed ninth. Now, if you guys don't know, Akim Williams said at 4 weeks out, he got into a very bad car accident and totaled his car. But as you guys know, Akim doesn't even post many physique updates, so he didn't really mention that to us. He just kept working. He said there were times he couldn't train back and legs at all. This was a hard experience for him, but apparently it isn't very bad. He should be able to recover from this and have a great showing at the Mr. Olympia. But Akim is a massive bodybuilder, one of the most massive guys that we have. And even still going through all that, he brought one of his most conditioned packages I've ever seen. And something no one is really talking about, Akim is a bigger guy, but also has some incredible shape, man. Well-deserved win, but not an easy one. And in second place, we had Kamal Elgargni. Now, a lot of people were saying they feel like Kamal was robbed. I watched a podcast over on RX Muscle. Chris Aceto is the coach of Kamal, and he had a lot to say about this, He said Flex Lewis had him winning, Nick Walker had him winning. All of these credible guys had him winning, except for the guys that were actually judging the show. Now, I would not have been mad if Kamal would have won, but I don't really see him being robbed. It was very close, but Kamal has a very different look from Akim. And honestly, outside of the back and the back double bicep, Kamal doesn't just destroy Akim anywhere. Kamal is very conditioned. Akim was hard, not this hard, but Kamal doesn't have the same bubbliness, the same roundness. His muscle doesn't jump off at you like Akim. And also, this is a bodybuilding contest, guys. If size didn't matter, Flex Wheeler, Sean Ray, Heidi Chupin would be Mr. Olympia right now, guys. So size does matter to an extent. Now, not to take anything away from Kamal, but a couple things that I noticed that no one mentions at all. Kamal does have flatter quads, and Akim is either matching him or beating him in the separation in the quads. Also, Akim has quads that are a lot more round. From the side, we can't really see much separation in Kamal's leg. We know he's peeled, however, but you guys know how Akim Williams' leg looks from the side. And if we talk about the front poses, Akim's silhouette is just so incredible, man. And even when we turn to the back double bicep, Kamal has an incredible back, but he spreads his legs eagle, which almost makes his upper body look bigger than the lower body. Once again, taking nothing away from Kamal, but no one has had this analysis on him. Now, third place was Quinton Eriya, incredible showing. Now, Quinton definitely has to work on the shaking, guys. I know he's heard this a lot, but this is the worst I've ever seen any bodybuilder shake on stage, just being completely honest. It was times it seemed like Quinton was going to fall over. But once Quinn got into the middle, it's like he had more separation. He was more calm. His posing was better. I just think this guy needs to spend a little bit more time on stage, to get this stage presence. Definitely has a lot of work to do from behind, but this guy has the structure. He has no problem getting in condition. And honestly, outside of the back, he's very competitive in every other shot. One of the best ab and thighs we have in bodybuilding today. But once again, this guy just needs a little bit more time to add on some size. Quinn worked those nerves out a little bit, and he was working with Chris Cormier with his posing. He should keep that up. And in fourth place, we had a well-deserving Joe Mackey. Trust me, guys, this guy looked incredible, and that was just on the live stream. He probably looked even better in person. The quads and the arms to the waist ratio, guys, is honestly insane. This guy's arms are huge. And initially, they had Phil Clahar in their top 4. Joe Mackey may have been in the last call-out, but he really worked his way up slowly, and he ended up in fourth place. Definitely well deserved. And Phil Clahar and Joe Mackey honestly match up pretty well. Joe was just more muscular and a bit bigger than Phil. And in fifth place, we had Phil Clahar. As you guys can see, this is probably his most conditioned package of the year. And even though he doesn't have the best abs, this is definitely the tightest I've seen his midsection. But to get here, Phil had to sacrifice some size. Even last year when he was doing battle with Ian and Kuklo, he would have needed more size even then. But Phil is even smaller than what he was last year. And once again, he mentioned that this year or next year will probably be his last competing. But still an unbelievable package for my guy that's close to 50 and definitely the most conditioned package of the year. Now, in 11th place, we had Roman Fritz. This guy's a fan favorite. A lot of people was asking about this guy, looking forward to him competing. Roman came in very, very conditioned, but he's just small. Roman is very small. And I know in person compared to these guys, he probably looked even smaller. Taking nothing away from this guy at all, I know he's a frequent on Fuad Abiyat's podcast. Roman is a very, very hard worker as far as training and putting the food down. This guy's also had some leg injuries, but Roman was probably the most conditioned guy up there next to Kamal. And switching off of the Tampa Pro, this is a recent guest posing from Hunter Labrada. I believe this was yesterday, probably got overshadowed by the Tampa Pro. This was actually at the Labrada Classic. Hunter should switch up his posing routine a bit because I've seen this routine so many times. Now, something Hunter has over a lot of guys, and specifically over Nick Walker, since those two are the talk, he has a better structure, smaller waist, just top to bottom, built better for bodybuilding, even a bit taller. But Hunter has to bring the conditioning. He's a guy that's very, very watery on stage. But I don't think Hunter gets better as he competes. With him taking this whole year off, I believe we're probably going to see the best version of him in December. Now, the next update of the day, this is the latest update from William Bonac. And on the right, William is just looking massive, man. The biggest he's ever been in any offseason. Arguably beat Brandon Curry at the Arnold Classic. A lot of people are still overlooking William Bonac. They're thinking he's going to place 5th or 6th. I think William is going to be a lot improved at this year's Mr. Olympia, probably pushing that top 3, maybe even higher. Now, for this picture on the left, he's definitely going to get a lot of flack from the arms. You guys know what happens over here at Go Fitness, but William does look incredible on the right. And in the next update of the day, these are the latest updates from Regan Grimes. And from my understanding, Regan is still working with Milos, but he isn't being trained in person by Milos, which doesn't make much sense to me because I believe Regan moved from Canada to US just to be closer to Milos. But they are confirmed to still be working together, and they do train together occasionally, but we aren't seeing them working together as much as we were going into the Legion Sports Fest. But how do you guys think Regan is going to do it this year's Mr. Olympia? I wouldn't necessarily say it's make or break, but Regan has a lot to prove, At first, we had Regan Grimes, we had Patrick Moore, we had Mark Hector. Those were the more aesthetic guys, but now we have guys like Samson Dowda, we have guys like Rafa Brandao, even Blessing Awodable. These are going to be hard guys for a guy like Regan Grimes to beat. And I just don't see Regan on social media being as focused as he was last year. That's just me personally. Regan could be locked in. But let me know in the comment section below, what do you guys think about Regan's physique and how is he going to do with this year's Mr. Olympia? There's currently 22 guys qualified, including Sean Clarita and Angel Calderon, who will probably end up doing 212, but we still have 7 more qualifications. This is shaking up to be one of the most competitive Mr. Olympias in recent years, and if Regan doesn't bring his A game, he could end up getting lost in his lineup, but I'm hoping for the best. Now, also guest posing at the Labrada Classic, we had the Texas Oak Logan Franklin. Incredible posing, man. I love to see Logan and Terrence pose because they're two guys that take the posing very, very serious. But taking a look at Logan's physique here, he would definitely have to put on a little more size to be competitive with a guy like Chris Bumstead. And I'm still not sure how Chris Bumstead makes the weight, guys. I promise. He may be cheating. There's a small possibility he may be cheating. I'm joking. Not really, though. But Logan has an incredible physique, man. And I'm excited to see him at this year's Mr. Olympia. He was unable to make it there last year due to the incredible Robert Timms beating him at the Texas Pro. Also, Robert Timms is back on social media as well, guys. We should be seeing him compete soon, but Logan is one of my favorites. I always love the guys that take the posing very serious. And in the next update of the day, this is the latest from Michael Daboul. If you guys don't remember who he is, he actually placed 5th at the 2022 Arnold Classic right behind Breon Ainsley. He's a classic physique guy. Now, these updates really impressed me because this guy is incredible. Structurally, he may end up going to the Open just because it'll take so much weight to fill out this physique. But this guy has definitely made some improvements since the Arnold Classic as far as the physique and as well as the posing. Now, he is currently 7 weeks out from the Arnold Classic UK, looking to punch a ticket to the Mr. Olympia. I've never seen anyone talk about this guy, but I definitely want to share this with you because he honestly looks incredible. And ending this video here with my archive of the day, one of my favorite bodybuilders of all time and the current face of Go Fitness. As always, I'll let you guys leave the name of this legendary bodybuilder in the comment section below. And possibly if he was able to get a little bit bigger, he may have won an Olympia title. He competed around 180, and he said he only got up to 10, 15 pounds above stage weight in the offseason. So it's very possible that this guy has never even seen like 210 pounds. He's probably seen 200, but I doubt he's ever been over 210 in his life. As always, I hope you guys did indeed enjoy this video. If you haven't done so already, be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. All of these updates after the Tampa Pro, everyone is still talking about the Tampa Pro. You guys probably won't see anything about these guest posings or William Bonac until at least tomorrow or the next couple of days. But I try to bring you guys these updates as fast and as accurate as possible. I'm Krishan from Go Fitness, and that's it. I'm out.